Hey friends, and I'm Safir, and today in this video we will be learning how to multiply and divide by powers of 10. So, what we need to know first, just a key reminder in this session. Key reminder in this session is after the decimal point. After the decimal point, no matter how much zeros, so after the decimal point, no matter how much zeros you put, they are always equal, okay? Equal. So for example, if you have 345, and even if we put 345 decimal point, random bunch of zeros, it doesn't mean that this one is bigger. No, that is totally wrong. Because after decimal point, no matter how much zeros there are, it means that 300, this number and this number, they are basically the same. Okay, they have the same value. So now we have that in mind. Equal. Another key point is that when we are multiplying, we multiply by how much zeros there are to the right, and for division it's the opposite, and divide by how much zeros there are to the left. So when we have like numbers by powers of 10, for example, like numbers 10, 100, 1000, and then so forth, you keep going, don't get freaked out, because by how much zeros there are, you will know how much times you will have to move the decimal place. So let me just show you what I'm trying to say in an example. So we have here 24.3227 times 100. So here we have two zeros within the 100, so we will know, and it is it is times, so we know that we will move the decimal place to the right, and we will know we will move it two places because there are two zeros in the 100. So let's move it. So 1, 2, so our decimal point goes here. So our answer would be 2432.7 when we times it by 100. So let's try it again with another example, friends. So here we have 1.84 and then times 1000. So here we have three decimal places, so we know that we're moving three decimal places to what? It's a multiplication, so how much zeros there are to the right. So we know we're moving the decimal place 3 times to the right. So let's move it. once, twice, thrice. So because there are no things here, we would put a 0 here to replace the spot. So our answer would be 1840. So now let's try it with division. So if we have 29, so 2.9 divide 100. So here we know it's a division sign, so divide equals to the left, and by how much? By 2 times, because there are 2 zeros in 100. So let's move it 2 times to the left. Once, twice, so 0, and our decimal point would go here. So our answer would become 0.029. Okay, and here if you have a question of why aren't we just erasing this 0 here, it's because it's before the numbers. It says here after the decimal point, meaning here there are like no numbers after the 0. Here if there were numbers after, so like if the 0 was after the numbers 29, then it would have been consecutive, or the rule would have been applied here. But since it is before the other numbers 2 and 9, it doesn't count here. So our answer is 0.029. Let's try it with one more so we can get a grip of this. So here we have 1.0032 divide 1000. So here we have divide, so we're basically going to the left. By how much? There are 3 zeros in 1000, so by 3 times. So we're going once, twice, 0, and thrice. So another 0, and our decimal point goes here. So our answer is 0.0010032. So that is our answer. So now let's recap what we have learned today. So when we are multiplying and dividing by power of 10, we have to remember, friends, that our little tip here, I'm not going to say it, but just remember that. And when we are multiplying, we need to remember how much zeros there are and that we are going to the right. And when we are dividing, it's the opposite. We have to count how much zeros there are, and we have to go to the left. And let's look at our previous example. Here we are doing division, so we know that we're going to the left. And by how much? There are 3 zeros in 1000, so we're going to the left by 3 times. And so our answer equals to this. And our little note here, that if there were any zeros after the decimal point, it would all equal the same. But here, since there are like 1s, 3s, 2s, like numbers that aren't zeros, it wouldn't count because they are before those numbers. If they were after, like the 2 here, it would still be the same answer. And yes, that's it for today, friends, and bye, and I'll see you next time.